Welcome in, everybody. Six, 7, 8. Welcome in, everyone. Just tying up some lures. These are the 1/8 ounce Checkmates with eyes. Hey there, Ernie. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm on the last 3 colors for the Lakeland order as far as tying. I'm gonna have to pour some more heads, and I'm gonna have to glue some more eyes and things like that for this order. I'll probably do that tomorrow. Trying to get these orders out. I also got to pack up the Bridgemaster order. Hey there, Eric. Good job for fishing from France. Welcome in. Hey there, Firefox. I was just watching Ronnie fish out of Florida. He had a couple of French people in there, or French Canadians. Every so often we're getting some little drops of rain. It is super sunny outside. We're getting a few raindrops here and there. I don't think we had any chance of rain today. Hey, welcome in there, Prath. There, fast alligator. I'm out of northeast Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Connecticut. That's pretty good. CT, that could either be Connecticut or Chinatown. I'm doing good. Just been a busy day. I feel bad for my wife. She's been working pretty much all day on these tackle store orders, and she's been taking some college courses, and she hasn't got to do any work on her college classes. On top of that, we've had YouTube TV for I don't know how many years, but recently ABC and ESPN left YouTube TV out of contract dispute. So we went ahead and redid our app so that we can watch football. My mother-in-law, she is a big time football fan. Me, I don't mind missing a college game. But she loves her Sooners. So we switched everything from YouTube TV to Hulu Live. I'm making fishing lures. That's what I'm doing. Hard to pronounce my name. Yes, it is. Where are you from there, my friend? I see Pratham Mescambol. Prathamascambol. So I'm thinking you're either from India, Indonesia. Where else could you be? I don't know where else you can be from. Malaysia, probably. Where are you from? From India, but living in Germany. Oh, you see, we get a lot of people from India watching. Yeah, I could somewhat recognize some of the names. Well, what brought you to Germany? That's a big story right there. We got a few people from Germany watching too. Steady. Okay, good deal. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I'll bring you guys in a little bit closer. Yeah, I'm out of Oklahoma. Northeast Oklahoma. If you know where Texas is at, we're right above Texas. I'm out of the United States. That is a fishing lure right there. This is a 1/8 ounce. You can use these for crappie, all kinds of bass. perch, trout. Pedro from Brazil. Buenos tardes. Hello, Mark. How you doing there, Mr. Mark? Yep, that is our Discord right there. Yep. You guys make sure to join our Discord. You guys could keep up with me when I'm not doing a live stream. You can also keep up with everybody else in here too. That's on our Discord. This is a fishing lure. And one more. Yep. Jose. Do I make 64th ounce? Yes, I do. Yeah, they're on our website. Yeah, I make 64ths, 80ths, 32nds, 24th, 16th, 8th, and a quarter ounce. We only do 7 sizes. I could make other sizes, but it just too much. The ones I'm doing right now are for a tackle store. These will be going out to Florida. These will be going to Florida. Yeah, I'm making different kind of lures. Yep. We make 7 different sizes. We got about 70 colors on our website. And then we also have our own brand of fishing line, fishing poles, circle hooks, things of that sort. Let's see. That many people, the small jigs around here. Yeah, yeah, there aren't that many companies or fishing tackle stores that sell the 64ths around here, but we sell them. We sell probably a whole lot more in the fall and winter on the 64ths. Some people will go fly fishing with their lures too. Meet again tomorrow. Well, thank you. Appreciate you. Yep. Bye bye. What did I just do there? Yep, these are fishing lures. These are 1/8 ounce. These will be going to Florida. These will be going to Lakeland Fishing and Outfitters. They'll probably go, I'd probably say Monday or Tuesday. Yeah, that's our website right there, guys. Let me go ahead and pin that up there. Let's see, what does it look like up there? There we go. Thank you there, Ernie. Yeah, our website doesn't work for like globally, but it works for the US. But you can visit the website and take a look at some of the stuff that we have. This here's our Checkmate lure. Yep, welcome in, guys. I'm doing good, Clint. How are you doing? Decided to come back here for a little bit. Louisville Cardinals. Oh yeah, how are they doing? I didn't get to watch the Texas Longhorn game. I don't know if they won or not. We had we lost our ABC and ESPN with YouTube TV. Now we picked up Hulu Live, so I'm able to watch live sports again. And tonight OU plays Tennessee. I fell asleep watching Ronnie's. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was on there right before I went live. I don't know if he's still on there now, but I was watching him for a little bit. He's still finding his way through YouTube and and trying to get an audience. I hope he does get a following. He does. He lives in the perfect place to catch fish. I mean, it's hot there in the summertime, but in the wintertime, it's a perfect place to be for catching fish. Doesn't get super cold there in the wintertime. That's some of the issues with some of the people on YouTube and TikTok. The guys that are fishermen. Once winter hits, it's sometimes hard to go fishing. So we did get into Garrard's, and we got the order in yesterday. So that's a pretty big order there too. I'm really glad we got them. That'll keep me all busy. That'll keep me busy all winter long with all these new stores. I think they'll do good. Oh, he's gone. Oh yeah. Getting beat, Virginia, 16-7. Oh yeah. Need to look into Hulu for. Yeah, we got on Hulu. We're on Hulu Live. Yeah, I mean the YouTube TV. We've had that for probably I'd say 3, 4 years at least. And so we went ahead and joined Hulu Live, and it's basically because they ABC and ESPN pulled out of YouTube Live or YouTube TV, and so we wanted to watch our sports and stuff. And my mother-in-law next door, she loves watching racing and football and all that stuff. She loves watching hockey too. Well, we got to watch our Thunder. We love watching our Oklahoma Thunder team. So I'm really unfamiliar with Hulu Live, but I'm watching it right now. I'm watching the Georgia and the Gators play. Later on, I'll watch OU play Tennessee. Hello there, Jace. Yep, same here. Yeah. I imagine Hulu and some of these other apps are getting a lot of new customers this weekend because of YouTube TV. I like YouTube TV. We need to get a t-shirt made with Flowbro on there. That's what we need to do. Ooh, I don't like that. Go ahead and get another knot in there to tighten it up. I like getting 2 good knots in here. That is our Checkmate jig right there, guys. Turned out to be a pretty nice color. We'll be doing the lethal weapon here after this color, and then after that the bounty hunter. Tell you what, my allergies are just bugging me to death. Today it's nice and warm, which is good. But you're dealing with really cool mornings and then some decently warmer afternoons, and it's messing with my sinuses. Hey there, show flies. How you doing? Welcome in, everybody. We got to make sure to subscribe, and then also make sure to pick up some of the people that we have in our channel here. We got a lot of good guys in here. Good time to make some new friends. So I got to make 36 of these all together. I'm almost halfway through. Hey, Sandra, how's it going? Heat up here. Yeah, 47 degrees. Oh my. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to work late tonight. Getting a lot of stuff done. We now have all the barcodes. We only had to buy like 25 barcodes. We could make our own barcodes, but we don't want any issues with them, so a lot of times we'll just buy the barcodes. There's a barcode generator, but sometimes what happens, from what I understand, is people will do that, and if you do that, sometimes they're unreadable, I guess. If you're, I don't know if that's what this, if that's correct. Got a question for you. Well, hit me. Yeah, just ask the question. You don't have to ask the question. I'm pretty open with you guys. You can make your own, but you have to register. Yeah, Frost. 4 days this week. Oh wow, that's kind of wild. How do I order, and where do I send the money? Go to our website, rubenfloresjigs.com. rubenfloresjigs.com. Go to our website, and you can pick out what you want, click what you need, and then you can use a couple of different ways to pay. I think you can pay with your credit card, Square, Google Pay, Apple Pay. There's a couple of different ways you can pay on our website, and plus you can use Afterpay. Afterpay will split up the payments. Yeah, and that's our website right there. Let me go ahead and put that up there. Yeah, because I'll go ahead and change that out. There we go. You can use Afterpay, and it'll split your payments up, and you still get your product right away too. Our website is safe. It is a safe. We run our website through Square, and you don't have to worry about credit card leaks or anything like that. Just put in your debit or your credit card in there, and you got to have an email too. So with the email, when the product ships out, uh, you'll get an email saying, this is your order, this is your order number. You can also follow the tracking on it too. Oh, you're welcome. Yep. Hey there, Owen. Made the link to your website. Yep. Yeah, you can also, when you get on our website and you're using our phone or using your phone, it'll create a shortcut too if you want to do that, to where it'll create kind of like an app, or or a link there for you to order too. No, you don't have to order a certain amount. You get one pack of lures there if you want. Yeah, the shipping's usually like $6, unless you're getting a fishing rod or a vise or a mystery jig box. Usually shipping $6. Now, if you do go over $50, it'll bump up the shipping to like $8. But normally shipping's about $6. We don't make a lot of money on our shipping. Uh, we really don't make anything hardly because sometimes if we're shipping to the East Coast or to the West Coast, a lot of times it'll be more than $6, and we don't, it won't charge you that anything extra. Yeah, just like you're ordering from Bass Pro or whatever, just like that. We don't charge as much as they do, though. Hey there, Lou. I'm doing good. I'm just having issues with sinuses. Yeah, we're having some really chilly mornings, and then the afternoons warm up. Everything's still green. We None of our trees have lost any leaves. It hasn't gotten that cold yet. And I found my cross. I found the cross. It was lost a couple of days ago. I think I lost it on Thursday. Yep, Thursday. My wife found it last night. I was worried about it. I've had this cross for over 40 years. This necklace had belonged to my grandfather. And he gave it to me before he passed away. Yeah, yeah. She walked in here. I was getting ready to go live last night, and she walked in with a smirk on her face, like, "Hey, how are you doing?" And I'm like, "How are you doing?" She never walks in with a big old smile like that. She was all cheerful, and you could tell something was going on. I'm like, "What's up?" And and then finally, I looked around her neck, and she had my necklace on. I'm like, "Oh, you found it." She found it at the foot of our bed. I didn't even walk over there when I was changing clothes or anything because I thought, well, maybe because I stuck my necklace in my pocket at the doctor's office because I was going to get an X-ray, and I had to change clothes for the X-ray. They had me get into these X-ray shorts or whatever, the disposable shorts for the X-ray, and man, I was all worried that I dropped it in the parking lot or in the doctor's office or somewhere. I'm going to call the doctor's office on Monday to let them know that I found it. But yeah, she found my necklace. They keep playing Dairy Queen commercials. I wonder if we're getting a Dairy Queen close to us here. I don't think they even have a Dairy Queen in Tulsa. Ooh, an ambulance just drove by. Hope everything's okay. Yep, God is good. You got that right. I had written it off. I thought, man, well, it's gone. It was a good run. I had this necklace for over 40 years, and and it's it's a one of a kind. This is the only cross that was ever made in this size by James Avery's. My uncle had worked for James Avery's for worked for them for about 40 years. Now it's dirty. It needs to be cleaned. Um, but it's when he made this, it was a prototype, and they thought it was too big. And so now they do make them. I think my brother-in-law has one of them, but it's about a half inch shorter. And this was the only one made in that size. My uncle went ahead and bought it and gave it to my grandfather. And and I think I was in junior high or a freshman in high school when my grandfather passed away. But he gave it to me, I don't know, about 6 or 8 months before he passed away. So it's very special. And people are used to seeing me with the microphone on my necklace too. You know, my uncle, he's still around. He retired a few years back, uh, and he knows it. He knows it's special. I don't flaunt it around a whole lot because in some ways, I feel like maybe he should have got it. He should have got the necklace back, but my grandfather gave it to me. But he's never said anything. He's a good uncle. He's one of the uncles that I like. Oh, so they did win. Yeah, Texas is they're winning, but they're winning close games. I did back because it was yeah. Oh, sentimental. Yeah, I understand. Yep. Yeah. So this necklace will probably end up going to one of my kids or my grandson or something or one of my grandkids one day. I know we'll have more grandkids here soon. I got not a diamond ring, but I got a gold ring that my dad had given me too a couple years before he passed away. Oh, 21 to 16. That's good. I'm not a much of a fan for Louisville or Virginia, but I mean, I'd probably cheer for Louisville, I guess. Well, mine went blank at the time. Oh, you're good. Don't worry about that. I know the auto spell, the spell correct sometimes messes people up. I know it does for me at night when I'm watching Brian or Crappie Man jigs. I'll type something in there and press send, and then what pops out the other end is all messed up. I don't watch a lot of other. I mean, I watch some lives when Brian or Steven gets off their live stream, and then I'll just flip channels and find other people fishing and stuff. But as far as watching live streams, there's another one also called Pro something, and they talk about current events and things going on in the world and stuff. I like watching them. Uh, and I like watching Joe Pags, the Joe Pags show here on YouTube. I also watch him over on TikTok too, but the show that he does on YouTube is basically his radio show that he does, and he's out of San Antonio. I like watching him. But other than that, I watch mainly Brian and Steven and then I subscribe to some channels that they do movie leaks. You know, they leak out information that might happen on movies and TV shows and things like that. But I try to watch some of the people like Ronnie and Saving Grace Outdoors and G Dads and Scenic Fishing and some of those guys too. Yeah, he has a lot of stuff going on when he does his giveaways. We're gonna do our giveaway sometime tomorrow. I think we've gotten enough gifts this last month that I won't be losing money. I it seems like every month I do giveaways, we lose money. Yeah, he's fun to watch. He does his dancing and all that stuff, and he does his lure making, and he's pretty interactive with all the people in the channel. He has his diehard followers that some of them don't follow me or they don't watch me. They may follow me maybe, but they don't watch the lives. Uh, but he has people there that they're just his faithful subscribers. They watch if he's on that's where they go to. I don't really see them on a lot of other people's live streams. But there's some like SGO and NIMBY and some of those guys, Rivers. They'll watch my live streams, too. But there's some other guys that they have their own Ernie over there, and but I don't think I've ever seen him on my live stream. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Yeah, they got OU and Tennessee tonight. I hope they do well. They went to the SEC, and it's going to be tough to make the playoffs if you're in the SEC. I think personally, if you are a conference champion, you need to be in the playoffs. It's like, why even have the point of having any conferences? I don't care how weak or how strong your conference is. You know, Either that or they ought to just do away with all the conferences. But they got to have some kind of organization there. I just think there's a lot of really good teams in the SEC, and they're just all going to beat up on each other. I am a Big 12 fan, even if OSU, um, which I don't, they're not that good this year, but I'll cheer for the Big 12 teams in a playoff scenario. If to get into the drawing, if you're throwing out any increment of like $5 gifts um, as a gift, because the gifts do help support the channel. I'm not, even though we picked up a lot of new tackle stores, I'm not a big company. We're a small company, and I rely on the gifts to help pay bills and to help go. Now, we're a lot further in advance than the Crappie Man Jigs is as far as, our business. But I'm still a small business. We're a super small business. I don't make hardly anything. I don't make a lot of money doing what I do. We make some money, but I'm not in the category of you know, I just, I don't make a lot of money on my videos. You know, I'm lucky if I'm on, with our YouTube channel, I'm lucky if I make 200 or 300 bucks, a month, if that, on videos and gifts and stuff like that. I don't make a lot of money. And so when, if you give, it helps support the channel. Um, we get people that they'll throw out gifts and they want to get in the drawing, which I understand. But this tomorrow we'll be giving away a bunch of the lures that are the colors that are not on the website, and so we're giving away a bunch of lures. But we're also going to do a giveaway for the people that are part of the 19.99 a month membership. Now, there's only like 6 of those, but they give basically $20 a month. That helps support the channel. And so we're going to do another giveaway for them guys. Yeah, so every $5 increment, it will get you a spot on the wheel. Now, we were very fortunate. We had somebody a couple of weeks ago, they gave out $100 gift. And so they're going to get 20 spots on the wheel, you know. And and then, oh wow, we got a lot of RVs. We live down a major road that gets to the lakes, and we see RVs and boats go by all the time. Ah, there's Death. Hi, how you doing there, Death Saber? Thank you so much. I appreciate that there. So if you do win and you live outside the country, um, you got to pay for your own shipping. Ah, thanks for the high five too. Yep. So again, we are a small business, and I don't get a lot of gifts, and that's why we're not doing the giveaways every week. We were giving them away. We were doing giveaways every week, and then I had to re-evaluate what I was doing, and mainly because it was like, oh my goodness, we're giving away more than what we're bringing in, and I don't want to be in a spot where we're losing money, you know. It's a bobbin. Yeah, it is a bobbin. Yep. Well, I do use a bunch of different type bobbins. Um, but yeah, it's a bobbin. We do sell them on our website. Which one do we sell on the website? We sell this one on the website. And I think it runs about $5 or $6. They're good bobbins. Yeah, when it comes to making lures and you're just starting out, I would not put an emphasis in getting the name brand this or that, because if you're just starting out making lures, you don't know where you're at. You might make lures for 2 or 3 weeks and go, man, I don't like making lures anymore. So we get people all the time. They'll spend a lot of money on getting the fancy name brand this, name brand that. And if you're just starting out and you want to get into making lures, I would say get the Royal Coachman toolkit. It comes with bobbins, it comes with scissors, it comes with a little vise, and they make for a really good fly tying kit. A long time ago, I had put together a fly tying kit that had a vise and the tools, and we just didn't sell any. So I went ahead and just bought a kit, which is the Terra Royal Coachman toolkit, and they run like $40, $45 or something. And you get all the tools you need. You get a little vise, and you don't have to worry about buying anything else. It comes with a stacker, I believe, a threader, bobbin, all kinds of little gadgets for fly tying. Hey there, Burke. I've seen a bunch of people. They'll go out and spend $500 to $800 on a vise, and a month later they're like, I'm just not any good. I might as well just buy flies. Yeah, it is a good starter kit. Remington's had that kit, as well as a few other people that watch the live streams. And then um, I tell everybody, if you want to get into doing it, get yourself that Royal Coachman toolkit. It's a good starter kit, and find out whether or not you like making your own lures. Because again, you'll save yourself a lot of money and time just getting that toolkit. Somebody here? I heard a car door. 2, 4. I just have a dozen more of these to make, and I'll be done with this color. Yeah, make sure to subscribe too. I don't have a set time that I do live streams, because my business comes first, far above anything else. And sometimes it's hard to set a schedule when you got people coming to your shop. It's hard to set a schedule when, you know, I used to try to come on live at 9 o'clock in the morning. I tried that for a while, but there were some mornings that I would be bogged down by orders, and I got to get orders out the door and ready to be shipped out. So I pretty much just go live when I can in the mornings. I am using Flashabou on these lures here. I lay the first layer on top. What I'm doing is I'm splitting this in half. I'm laying that one on your side, And then I'm laying this one on the back side. That way it encapsulates the fly. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Hey, this and that. How are you doing there? Uh, how to change the washer out on the peak rotary vise. Oh, now I've never had to do that on a peak vise. How you do that is you take these little clasps out right there. Get yourself a little screwdriver and then pop that dude out. Slide the pin out. Take that nut off. Or you don't even have to take the nut off. And you can flip that washer back, the opposite way. No, I've never had to switch out my washer on this. Now, a reason it may not be tightening up also is just turning the nut and adjusting your vise. That helps out quite a bit. Yeah, there's some good helpful videos on that. Yeah. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Huh. I had a thought come to mind, and it had something to do with, and I cannot remember. Oh well, maybe it wasn't meant to be. Oh, you're good. You're fine. Yeah, now what your issue may be is that you're just tightening it up too much. And I've seen on other people's lives, I don't tighten this all the way. And I'll show you here in just a bit once I get this locked in. Okay, I don't tighten this up all the way. Technically, you should be able to go ahead and tighten and lock this all the way up. I don't do that. For some reason, I just don't do that. And so, to keep me from, I just lock it. I don't lock it all the way up. I just pull it up as much as I can just to get it tight and just leave it at that. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay. 11 more. That's all we need now is 11 more. How many jigs do you got left of all those tackle shop orders? I just picked up another tackle store order yesterday. So we have another, what is 12 times 3 times 14? I don't know what that is. 12 times 3 times 14. The other order is all going to be 1/16 ounce. Hey there, Ron. Hey, thank you so much for the 100. Ooh, we cooking now. Appreciate that. Yeah, 12 times 3 because there's 3 to a pack. There's 12 packs and there's 14 colors. 144. I don't know. It might be. No, I don't think it's that. I think it's even more. You figure there's 12. I'm having to tie. I'm having to tie 36 for each color. So 36 times 14. 36 times 14. That's 504. Yeah. That's how many I got to tie. Now they want, now we got to save that. Put that in your memory bank there. Now we have to have 16th and 1/8 ounce without spinners and 1/32 ounce. So that's 6 to a pack. And that's going to be 6 times 6 times 6 times 12, 6 times 12, 6 times 12, that's 72 times 6, because we got 6 colors. That's 432 just for one size. Now we take that times 3 because we have 3 different sizes. That's 1,296 jig heads with bait keepers. Okay, so we take that. So we got the 504 plus 1296. 504 plus 1296. What does that come up to? 1800. Okay, save that number 1800. Okay, save the number 1800. Now we're going to go with the ones with the spinner blades. And that's going to be 12 packs. And so that's, they come in 3 to a pack, 3 times 12. That's 36 times 6. That's 216 times 2 because we have 2 sizes. That's 432 plus 1800. Is that right? 432? 3 times 12 times 6 times 2. 432 plus 1800. So that's 2,232. So that's how many left I have left on the other order. Right now, that's order number 6, and I'm working on order number 5. Yep. 2,232 jigs. Ruben is good. Ah, well, thank you. Appreciate that. Outdoor pursuits. Thanks for coming in. So I still have another 400 jig heads. Yeah, we still have another 400 jig heads on this order here that I'm working on. So that's 12 times 3 times 6, 216 times 2, 432 times 12 times 6 times 3. So 1296 plus 432. So I still have 1700 after I get done with these hand ties that I got to do for order number 5. So we got a lot of jigs ahead of us. Some of those for the jig heads with the bait keepers and the jig heads with the spinners, some of those I already have made. I'm going to have to make some more. And I made sure when I was working on order number 4 that I did a couple of extra for order number 5. I didn't want to take too much time away from order number 4 because I want to get order number 4 shipped out on Monday. I'm hoping I can get order number 5 shipped out on Tuesday. Before 500, yeah. Yeah, some people do. Some people, yeah, that happens sometimes. Now, the good thing with order number 6 is I have roughly almost 3 weeks to get that order out. I got almost 3 weeks to get that one out. So that'll be good. I did these 5 orders in about a month. And so I'm really surprised and astonished that I got this much done. Because I was having to tie about 1,800 to 2,000 jigs in a week to get all these other orders out. So some people are like, man, you need to take a break. You need to take a break. And I'm like, I don't have time to take a break. I got a deadline to finish, to get through. Hey there, Remington. I got a deadline to meet. I looked at it as a challenge, and I like challenges. If you're never challenged, you're not going to grow. And I like challenges because it's something, it's a target I can go for and try to meet. Now, I'm not, I'm not gonna, even if I get this order out Wednesday or Thursday, I'll still be fine. They just wanted it shipped out the first week of November. Hey there, Rudy. But I'm hoping I can get this order out on Monday. Now, the other order, all I got to do is box it up and weigh it and throw a label on there. That order will be out on Monday. Plus, they had me make all these, I don't know, I call them kicker cards. It's the last card. It's the card that will show up like when you have a pegboard. It's the last card. It's the first card that will go on there, and it'll have a barcode and a description. And so we did those for these tackle stores too. I took a challenge. I tried. Yeah, yeah. I like challenges. I like trying to meet them. Again, I will challenge myself too because I'll always put the deadline in advance of where I need to really be. And that's what I did. I was really hoping to get through these orders by yesterday. And I didn't meet that challenge. That was a challenge I put on myself. They were going to be happy if I got these orders out the first week of November. And so, I'm still going to exceed their expectations. Now, the last order number 6, we weren't even sure we were going to get that order, and we got that order yesterday. And they don't need that order till like the last week of November. And I'm pretty sure, barring something happening to me, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get them up there before that. Yeah, I would rather, I like getting orders out fast, and I'd rather exceed their expectations than not, you know, than to fall behind. I'd rather, or how do you say? I don't really care to overpromise people and underdeliver. I'd rather set a date and try to try to beat that date, and usually I do. Usually when we do custom orders, I'll tell them it's 2 or 3 weeks out, and they get really surprised and excited when I get the order out in a week or two. And that's part of scheduling. I've seen throughout the years that I've been making lures, you get these people, they're so excited about taking orders, and they'll tell everybody that we're a week out. Oh, there's a horse out in front of me. Someone's riding their horsey today. Yeah, they'll tell them out. Oh, I'll get it out by the end of the week, and then they don't get them out. You know that we have that. I've seen that with other companies. Hey there, W. Is the packing for the jig heads expensive? It looks really good quantity. Yeah, I'll show you the order here in just a bit. I have we have a staging table just opposite of me, and I'll show you all that's going out to Bridge Masters. And so when we do pack our jigs, again, we have some phenomenal packaging for our lures, but we will pack them in there tight because I don't want those jigs to go all flippity flop upside down and everything. So we have packing foam, packing paper, and we pack them in there tight. And then I put a lot of extra wrapping tape around it because I don't want those boxes to come loose. So here we go. I'm gonna take you to the other table. So we have a couple of boxes. We have a 10 by 8 by 8, and we have a 10 by 8 by 6. We also have a 10 by 8 by 4 too. So all of these lures will be going to Bridge Masters. All of these lures here. So when I got off the other live stream, and my wife was in the shop, she was making barcodes for these because we didn't have barcodes for any of our spinner baits. And those are the 1/8 ounce right there. So they're going to be getting 1/16 and 1/8 ounce spinners. Not only that, they're getting like 6 colors of these. And then they're also getting, yeah, those are the 1/16 ounce Mad Shads. And they're also getting a lot of jig heads, just and bait keepers. So these, I don't care about these flipping and flopping and flipping over and everything. They all have barcodes on them. And then these are the kicker cards too. These will be hung up on the, you know, they'll be on the back end of the display to show what goes where. So, but we got a lot of lures. Again, this is over what, 3,000 jig heads. Now, not all of them are tied. There's a lot of work that goes into just the jig heads too. So we got a lot of lures. So we still have this. If you're watching brand new, that's what we have in inventory. Some of these will be going out to order number 5. That's the order I'm working on right now. And they'll get barcodes on them. We don't put the barcodes until they ship out to a tackle store. Or if we're doing some like collector jigs. So anyhow, I'm going to be changing this up quite a bit because we did take off our peanut butter and jellies. We don't have that color on the website anymore. And then we're going to be doing away with some of the other colors too. That way we make room for some of the new colors. Now on this jig here, we're going to be changing the chenille up on the Azul, and we're going to be going with our brand new our light blue pearl chenille. That was a custom color that we had made for us. And the light blue pearl is the one that goes on the Azul, but we're going to be putting that color on, not on the Azul, on the Boca Vista. But that's the color that we're going to be putting on the Azul. I think that color will look a lot better. And then we're also thinking about putting that color on the Patriot too. How's the back doing? My back is killing me. Yeah, my back is hurting. So I did go to the back doctor on Thursday, and they did an X-ray on me, and they scheduled me for an MRI, and so hopefully we'll get the MRI here in a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's a bunch of jigs. So some of these orders are like well over $1,000. Some of them are, or somewhere around there, you know. Oh yeah. So we are going to be changing up our website a little bit. We're also going to be redoing our pictures uh, for a lot of the colors on our website too. We got to get some updated colors. Some of the pictures on our website uh, are pictures I had taken from my old workbench, the bench that I now have on the porch here on our shop. That was my very first workbench. I used to pour heads on that table. I used to paint the jig heads on that table. I used to tie on that table. So, and that was an old patio table that we kind of converted and into my workstation. My very first fly tying station was a TV dinner tray. It was a wooden TV dinner tray. I would clamp my vise on there, and that's what I used to tie jigs on. And then my second table was a sewing table, one of the old Singer tables that you would flip up the boards and your sewing machine would pop up. And that was my second table. And then my third table turned into the bench that we have out on our porch right now. It's like a 4x4 table. It had wooden slats that had gaps in them, and the gaps, sometimes the hooks would fall through it, and or the hooks would get stuck in those slats. Yeah, double tap pizza tray. Yep, that's what I was kind of using, a TV dinner tray, the kind that you get from like Walmart or Costco or somewhere like that. It was actually a TV dinner tray that we got for our wedding. It was a wedding gift. I think we still have those TV dinner trays. We may have thrown them out a couple years ago, but hey there, Johnson. Yep, make sure to subscribe. I appreciate you guys coming in. Our numbers have been low. I know our numbers have been low. Part of the reason for that is there's been somebody out there that's been reporting my live streams, and I have no clue at all who it is. But another reason we've been having low numbers is I haven't put out a short video in about a month. And so that's not drawing and bringing more people to our live streams. That's something I might do on Monday or Tuesday. I might make a new short video. Yeah, we've been busy. Yeah, I haven't paid too much attention to posting videos up. I did that again. I need to get another knot in there. But yeah, we've been busy. In fact, I haven't been doing as many lives. There's a couple of days that we only did maybe 2 or 3 live streams. So this is going to be the last lure on this segment here. I will be coming back here in a little bit. I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to go grab something to eat. And I'll be back shortly. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so. Yep, well, thank you there, Clint. Yep, thank you there, Lou, Ernie, Remington, everybody in the channel. Well, things will be slowing down a little bit here in the next couple of weeks. I'm not going to slow down any for this order number 6 that just came in. I'm going to try to get it out pretty fast. And in that way, all I got to do is worry about refills. I know we have a few tackle stores out there that are going to be putting in orders that we already have, like local stores. So I want to make sure I take care of them too. We will catch you guys later. Thank you again for watching. Make sure to subscribe. We will catch you guys later on. You guys be good. Bye-bye.